Oh, well. Would you look at this? No fucking way. Fort Benning. I'm clicking on this. Fort Benning returns to old name with a new namesake. The Army officially restored the name Fort Benning to its Story training post in Georgia. Only this time to honor an 18-year-old corporal who fought Who Fucking Cares. You returned it to Fort Benning, whether it's the guy you don't like or this 18-year-old, it doesn't fucking matter. And I feel like this was a loophole by somebody to get it to go back to that. Who cares what it is? And you know what's funny? Fort Benning existed for a long time with that name from that Confederate general, and no one said a goddamn thing. It wasn't up until the world got soft and everyone went fucking woke and everyone just grew a vagina and feelings for some fucking weird reason that it got changed. I didn't like it, nobody fucking liked it. I'm pretty sure people at Fort Benning didn't like it, and they were like, hey, who's somebody important with the same name that we can change it back to just to get around this bullshit little fucking my feelings hurt bullshit that's going on, right? I'm pretty sure someone within Fort Benning or someone at the top, they were like, yeah, let's try to change that back to the very same thing, but we'll give it to a different person. That way the pussies of the world don't get mad. Ceremony to make the name change official was held Wednesday at the base just outside Columbus, my hometown. Roughly 70,000 soldiers, civilian workers, and military family members are stationed at Fort Benning, which trains infantry troops and tank crews and is home to the elite Army Ranger School. It's the second time in less than 2 years that Fort Benning commanders have been tasked with swapping out the post's name on everything from signs, markings, gates, streets, police cars, buildings, to official stationery and websites. That will cost around $653,000, according to Fort Benning officials. So it's going to cost us over $500,000. I don't know who's going to foot that bill, whether it's going to be the government, whether it's going to be Fort Benning, whether it's going to be the city of Columbus. I doubt it can be the city of Columbus because the city of Columbus is broke as fuck and wouldn't exist without Fort Benning. So that's over $500,000, all because a couple of fucking pussies in this country were like, wah, Confederate general. Yeah. So we have to spend over $500,000 to go back to what should have never been changed in the motherfucking first place. Imagine. The last name change in 2023 redesignated the post as Fort Moore Gay as part of a move started by Congress in 2020 and completed during President Joe Biden's administration to remove names that honored Confederate leaders because we're all fucking pussies, including from 9 Army posts. Those need to be restored too, just in a different way, or maybe the same way, or maybe back to what it was, because you know what? Fuck you. The name of Henry L. Benning, a former Georgia Supreme Court justice who vocally supported secession and served as a Confederate brigadier general in the Civil War, had adorned the base since it opened as Camp Benning in 1918. Cool. Federal law now prohibits naming military bases for Confederates because y'all are. The Pentagon under President Donald Trump has found a workaround for reverting bases back to what they were formerly called by finding new soldiers to fan-fucking-tastic. Get fucked. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth last month ordered the change back to Fort Benning to honor Fred Benning, who was awarded the nation's second highest honor for battlefield bravery as an 18-year-old corporal in 1918, and later was promoted to sergeant, a fact uncovered after Hegseth issued the memo. Sue Connor Williams, Benning's granddaughter, recalled summers in Nebraska fishing with her grandfather and digging for earthworms while he watched for cars, but said she never learned much about his time in the Army. I'm grateful for the glimpse into history, and I see some similarities, though, between Fred Benning, the soldier, and Fred Benning, my grandpa. Condra Williams said, these are integrity, hard work, and commitment to service. Major General Tooley, the fort's commanding general, said people at Fort Benning knew little about Fred Benning, which sent historians poring over old records to piece together his legacy. During Wednesday's ceremony, dude, so this is basically like, I think they picked somebody with the name Benning that just so happened to be in the service from a long time ago. Maybe the president, maybe the presidential administration looked up the story of Fred Benning, but actual Fort Benning, the installation, did not. They were like, oh, that's where I get named after? Shit, let me go to the library. Fuck, I didn't know that was the guy. I think that's what happened. Tooley noted that Benning took charge of his machine gun platoon in October 1918 in France, leading 20 survivors through heavy fire after their commander was killed. What sets him apart was his unwavering dedication to his soldiers, his understanding of the soldiers' needs, said Tooley. Or it's Tully. The Army hasn't said how much the switch back to Fort Benning will cost. The bill should be footed by the same motherfuckers that made us change it. I wonder who that is. Ah. We won't see them again in office for a while, so you're lucky. An Army commission in 2022 estimated the change to Fort Moore would cost at least $4.9 million. So $4.9 million to appease a whole bunch of fucking fairies that were offended by this country's history. That's what it was, guys. $4.9 million for motherfucking feelings. Fort Benning is the second U.S. military base to have its 2023 name change reversed. The nation's largest Army installation was rechristened Fort Bragg in North Carolina last month. Really? Fort Bragg went back? Following a brief 2 years as Fort Liberty. All this money we're spending because y'all are... And y'all are supposed to be the administration that's fiscally responsible. Isn't that what y'all always say? But again, it just reminds me of how fucking stupid people are. Because it was changed to begin with. That's just what pisses me off. I'm still mad that it was even changed to begin with. And how much money was wasted. Ugh. You dumb bastards. That story was supposed to make me feel good. Instead, it still just did nothing but piss me off.